we have a way of writing very glorified histories of certain events and individuals where it's like those are important, sort of turning points. But the manner in which that impacts regular life is actually what history is. I might be teaching Indo-Islamic history. I can make that whole course just about talking about Qutub Minar and Taj Mahal and call it a day and move on. But I would use it as an opportunity, for example, to talk about when and why did this first arrive here? Is it important to even think about why it first arrived here? Do you know of any narrative associated with this that has nothing to do with invasion and conflict, but something to do with trade, a kind of syncrety? And through this, one of the first questions that I ask in this class is, because a lot of the architecture that we teach in history, unfortunately or not, is to do with religious history and public buildings only. It's like no other buildings ever existed. Like wherever the regular people living, nobody knows. It's always the residential bit of any historic settlement that is usually most ignored. First question that I'll ask is, what do you imagine a church looks like? Or what do you imagine a temple looks like? Or what do you imagine a mosque looks like? And then you have people throwing out words like domes, minarets, this, that, and the other. There are some people who believe that only mosques can have domes. And then suddenly you show them Mishkal Masjid in Calicut, which is the mosque I was talking about earlier. And you see that you suddenly have that moment of everything you ever believed being questioned, right? And you realize that all of these are notions that evolved because of, let's say, a certain kind of patronage, a certain kind of belief system. Like, for example, the idea that a dome is not just a dome, but a representation of the heaven above earth. And then you start getting into geometries. Like, for example, one of the abstract ideas that really broke my mind was, in a good way, was the fact that the square is associated with everything that is rooted and the circle is associated with everything that is celestial and has no beginning and no end.
Wow, yeah.
A lot of geometries in our buildings, especially the older ones, it is all about transitioning from a geometry of a square to a geometry of a circle, which is where all the hexagons and octagons and everything come into play.
Wow.
That ends up becoming a structural feature. So I feel like what teaching history lets you do is to appreciate these tendencies and patterns that have existed in humankind since forever. And that has not gone anywhere.